Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for August 7th through the 13th, 2023. So, as we begin, I'd just like to first highlight a few things. One, the deck change that we're working with for a while will be the Angel Tarot. This edition is by Radley Valentine, and of course, the Archangel Oracle by Diana Cooper. So, welcome back, everyone, to this weekly series, and welcome to anyone who's new to our Angelic Wisdom community. Um, just a few reminders before we get into the actual reading itself. So the make sure you first of all subscribe, select the all notification bell, like, dislike, leave your comment, and also if you haven't seen the monthly angel reading, the general angel reading, as well as the 12 angel scopes, which are for the 12 zodiac signs. I just posted the angel scopes last night, which was Friday evening. So make sure you go out and check those out on my channel. You can also find them through my Facebook link and my Twitter account in the description area of this video. If in the course of, you know, watching this video or any of those videos and you feel called to have an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. Likewise, if you'd just like to support my channel, I would be greatly appreciated. And with a donation, you can use my PayPal me link, which you can find in the description area as well. All right, and so let's begin the reading and let's take a deep breath. And so this reminder is coming up again from Archangel Michael about the August 8th LionsGate energies. Okay, and I'm just going to let him sort of say a few things, but I also just want to make you aware of just some of the things that I was told earlier by him, um, in the sense that um, one of the most important things about the Lion's Gate, so it's this 8-8 energy, and it's the angel numbers of abundance, right? So, um, and that this works with your base chakra energy. So there's this feeling in your ascended fifth dimensional base chakra that all of your needs are supported by the universe. So that would be like the very essence of the Lion's Gate energies, this portal that opens up around this time. And it's not only that the Lion's Gate is active um, at this on this date, but this we've been preparing. A lot of the things we've been experiencing, I would say, in the last couple of months, has just really been preparing you for this energy, to be open to your own soul's prosperity and the abundance and alignment of success that is available to you. You know, gosh, we really don't quite understand just how blessed we are and how much your soul already possesses. The storehouse is enormous and infinite, and it's just not enough lifetimes that you could exist to catch up with it all. And we are just only allowing ourselves just tiny fragments of blessings that are available to us to actually touch us and to impact our lives. And this energy of the Lion's Gate gives us the courage to embrace the visions that we have. And he was writing something earlier about the visions. And so this is an incredible time right now to really hope, to let your that hope inspire visions of seeing yourself um, experiencing the pleasures of life and the success in life that you truly wish to inherit. But the thing is, you already have. It's just that you just have to get out of your own way. And it's a process, and each of us is going through our own journey and our own process that is trying to help us, and they're right in the word respect, to respect ourselves, to just respect ourselves enough to receive what we would deserve. And in respecting ourselves, we are being true to ourselves, honoring our hearts, being our most authentic self, making sure that all of our decisions are in alignment with who we truly want to be. So that the more that we do this, the more that we become comfortable in our own skin. It's not about being comfortable with everybody else's skin. And that's the thing that really sort of interferes, because it becomes a competition. It becomes a competition with all those other skins. And then it becomes a competition with the person you think you should be. And that ghost that we chase is never really about any of that authenticity. It's about the ego, that illusion of grandeur that we feel is necessary in order to meet the standards of the world. In a way, your own authentic truth is quite simplistic, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't um, attract to you and offer you great opportunities. Not in the least bit. It's just that there's should be this very simplistic sort of essence, core through it all, no matter how great or grand your life can be at times, or how subtle, that what should flow through it is that you should feel totally comfortable in who you are and have this strong sense of awareness of who you are and what you want and desire, so that you don't have to struggle to be, to have fun, to enjoy the pleasures of life, to work and be involved in things that you want to be involved in. It shouldn't matter if they present challenges and that some of them are so tough that they really push you, because in essence, you want to be a part of it, because it just feels like everything inside of you is telling you this is where you ought to be. This is your purpose. And you are the master of all of it because you are creating it and you are shaping it and influencing it. And this is what you came here to do. As long as we keep chasing that ego vision of ourselves, version of ourselves, we're going to always feel like we're not good enough. So it's going to present itself, but don't chase it. And you know you're chasing it when it complicates things for you, when it makes you feel just unworthy. Now, there's a difference in feeling unworthy and feeling challenged by your abilities. That something challenges your abilities. That's different. Where you might feel like, wow, let's say I'm a great pianist, right? And but there's this one piece that really challenges me, and I have all the skills, and talent, but this piece I'm gonna have to work with it in a different way. I'm gonna have to really, discover what my body can do and figure out how to get my body to align and rise to this occasion. That's different than being made to feel unworthy. The ego makes us feel unworthy. And that affects that base chakra or root chakra. It affects it immensely as you're not resonating with what you're worthy of, but instead what you're unworthy of. And that is the paradigm that keeps us only interacting with small facets of the totality of blessings and abundance and joy that is available to us, that you've already earned in all of your lifetimes. So they're writing the word self, and this is really a time right now for you to really focus on yourself. And this is a word focus he wrote earlier. This LionsGate energy is really about, and they're showing me breasts and with the bra, and it's like about nurturing and really focusing on yourself and your goals. Is there sort of an arrow pointing up? Your aspirations. Because this is the time that all things are possible. You have the boldness and the audacity of a lion, the courage of a lion. Really big and bold things are possible right now. And it's not about, obviously sometimes the things that we plan or set out to do, they take us somewhere else. And maybe not exactly what we pictured, but far better than where you are. And definitely rich with opportunities and possibilities and happiness, unlike you could ever imagine. And sometimes we don't be afraid of letting a vision call you, inspire you, because you don't want to be disappointed. No, let it call you. As long as it's challenging you, starting to make you feel better or make you to hope a little better, if it brings you out of the anxiousness of and frustration of your current situations, but if it makes you feel unworthy, more than likely you're chasing your ego. All right, I'm seeing the angel number 488. These little papers hanging out of here. It says, the angels are helping you manifest abundance and the answers to your prayers. And there were a few angel numbers that came up this morning as well. The first one was 80. As Archangel Michael was talking about God coming through and really supporting you at this time, it says, God is supporting you in all areas, including your financial life. Let go and let God help you. And the other angel number was 680. And it says, God has heard and answered your prayers to be relieved of financial stress so that all of your earthly needs are met. So you have to, just recently what's been happening to me is, I've been having this sense of, and I don't know, it's not like daydreaming. It's almost as if it just it comes through all of a sudden. I have this idea of how things are going to be and some of the things I'm going to want to start doing or want to do. And it's just really this incredible feeling because it's not forced. It just comes. All of a sudden I'm doing something that just comes through. Pay attention to this. Even if it's not telling you what's going to happen, but if it's giving you a sense of that new world, that new life, that new version, it's almost like you're stepping into the future. But with this understanding, like this is possible, but at the same time you can feel it that it's possible. Be open to this and be aware of this. And I was just seeing the goddess Lakshmi coming through. So be aware. This is giving you an inkling of some of the wonderful things that are manifesting for you. And this is a very new experience for me, and it feels like it's something new because of the shifts and consciousness that we're having, which is opening us up to more clarity and more truth. And I know that sounds weird because it seems like that the truth is like just almost has been annihilated in the world today. But that you see these things coming up, that's just exposure. That's still, as they always just say, the truth must come to the light, right? And so the things that people have been, the lies that we've been telling ourselves or people have been concealing in schemes and things, this is just the truth coming to the light. That we are seeing everybody the way that they see themselves. And it's painful. but it's also necessary for you and I to witness it, because this is a mechanism that exists in all of us, and we need to see it and be, let's say, disturbed by it, so that we don't repeat it within ourselves, because all of these things is what's holding us back. This is the ways that we get in our own way. And so now that the universe, as the elevation of the frequency of the planet is rising and evolving, this is the kind of stuff we're going to see. So all this ugliness is just, the beauty of our imperfection, of our humanity. But it's also a sign that we're on the rise, because we have to be a witness to the devastation that our ego has been plaguing our world with, and our souls individually with. In order to be free of it, we have to be a witness in order to be freed from it. In your judgment, remember of others that you actually find this repelling, because it exists within you. But this is why this time feels stronger, and you might, go outside and just feel like, wow, there's a lot of magic going on. You're seeing the universe, the animals and the trees, and in ways that, and you're seeing characteristics of that you've never seen before. Um, and this is because all of this stuff is coming up. And now this means that it's a sign that we're all ready to see the abundance and the blessings that have been available to us all along. We're ready to see our own divinity. And that's happening as we're watching the ugliness of our egos sort of pass by, like those clouds are moving away from the sun. But we got to see those clouds so that we never want to call them in again. All right, so let's take a look at the Archangel that we're working with. And this angel deck, of course, is going to may have in the major arcana archangels that will come up. And those archangels were the archangels who were already working with us with planet Earth. The archangels in this deck are also those angels, but more angels, because there are 44 cards. And so where in the original, I think we had 15 that we were working with when I first started, and Diana Cooper expanded that. And so it's because other archangels have been coming to us from other parts of the universe. Because you got to think about it. We had archangels that have been working with us in this part of the universe, our part of the galaxy. And then there are archangels working in other parts of the galaxy. And there's one archangel in here who doesn't have a name that's similar, like with the EL, like Raphael, all of our angels, the L. And it came to me yesterday that these archangels, the EL, are sort of, it's almost like it means of God, obviously, but it also represents the angels that are working with us in this part of the galaxy. And that these other archangels might be have some different endings that come from other parts of the universe. However, that's not consistently true across the board, but it was something that came to me yesterday. So Archangel Mariel, and Archangel Mariel works with the soul star chakra. And now that these 12 chakras have are coming back to us and being activated, the soul star chakra deals with your all of your soul's potential. And this is really right now what's been highlighted in this LionGate um, week, specifically on the 8th, that the potential, we have the potential to really access um, the treasure trove of gifts and abilities to empower you in this lifetime, specifically with whatever vision you're focused upon. So they really highlight that to focus on the vision that you want the universe to support you and back you up. So take some time in this week to really, and don't feel like you're going to miss it on the 8th. Okay, you're not going to miss anything because this is something that opens up and it touches humanity. If you just have any doubts, you can just say right now in your mind, I want whatever is coming to me, I want it. Okay. Just in case you get into this, we need to ask for permission. Fine. Go ahead and put your hands up now and say, me, 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 me. All right. And so it's done. So you won't miss it. However, you do want to focus in this week. You want to pay attention to those visions that are coming to you. And right here, you see it says, manifest for the highest good, work with pure love. So really focus on what's for the best and highest good. What is it that you want to manifest that's for the best and highest good? And then trust, that's that base chakra, that all of your needs will be supported and provided. And so you can call upon Archangel Mariel to do this and to activate your soul star chakra and to set it ablaze with the ascension flame, his ascension flame. And you can also work with Archangel Zachiel because he works with the lower chambers of that soul star chakra, which is the violet flame. All right. And you can work with that violet flame in this week as well. And then Archangel Lavender, who also works with this to forgive, you know, and whenever you're ready to forgive, this is an important process for soul healing. I know I have some people that I know who have a hard time with this word because it's almost like you're letting somebody's what's the phrase? Um, Sucker punch. Well, I can't think of the phrase, but it's almost like is it soccer punch? I think that yeah, it's like you just let somebody take advantage of you, and you're giving them a break. Blah 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 blah. You're letting them off the hook, and they deserve blah 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 blah. No, you're letting yourself off the hook because there is nothing other than you. The relationships that you're having, they're all a facet of you because we're all a facet of oneness. So what we withhold from ourselves, we withhold from the whole of souls, the entire collective of souls. What we give to one, we give to the collective of souls. So forgiveness is not just for them, but it's also for you. We all need to be set free because we have to all remember that we're struggling in you know, in our humanity, doing the best that we can, right? We're spiritual beings in a physical body, and the duality, we're going to have mishaps. This is going to be an imperfect journey, but it's the imperfection of our journey that is the perfection to the universe, because it's unique. It's a unique journey. All right, let's take a look at the first card. All right, the energy of the sun. And it's the Archangel Uriel, who's in charge of the solar plexus chakra. And so this is indicating a message. It says happy outcomes, right? So here we have that energy of the sun. We have that Leo energy, right? So, and then all that aligning with the Loin'sGate. And so this is a time that, like, when the sun shines, things grow, right? And so think of this Loin'sGate as sort of that sun energy. It's like when it when it's open, when it's shining to full capacity, everything has the opportunity to grow to its potential, and um, to be um, to expand, right? So this is a very interesting energy to come through the sun card. It's the most positive, and so this reminds us to, the angels, to really keep a positive mindset. Be positive. Look on the bright side. And this is how we, in practical human terms, transmute energy. Because when a situation occurs that's negative, you have the opportunity to, first of all, let it, you're going to be impacted by it, but you get to choose how you're impacted by it. Yes, it is a fact that, let's say, um, something hit you, all right? Yeah, it happened. But then you got to look at, you could say, you could let it impact you negatively, and just, think to yourself, oh, this, things are always going, see, here's another reason why I have bad luck. Instead of looking at, what is this trying to teach me, maybe, and looking for a higher lesson or cause, or maybe this is the universe is trying to get my attention to change direction, or to pursue something else, right? We can transmute that energy. And so it's very important for us, in this week, as we maybe and find ourselves, this energy finds us in the midst of some pretty difficult things that are happening in our lives, or that we've been living with something, some debilitating type of challenges throughout our lives. And it doesn't mean that we cannot transmute that condition with our outlook. We've seen very many courageous people lose things that we all covet and cherish, but they've managed to continue on with more hope and to be more inspirational than they ever were before the tragedy. So we can transmute energy. Oh my, we have more archangels. And I know, since I've been working with this deck, I keep pulling lots of this archangel energy. And so we have the chariot. And so here is get this connected to Archangel Metatron, who's in charge of your stellar gateway chakra, which is the 12th chakra. The soul star chakra is the 11th one. These are the above your head, above the crown chakra. There are three chakras above the crown chakra. And um, this chariot energy with the sun gives us this sense of really focusing on your goals, right? So keeping a positive outlook and really being focused on the opportunities. I mean, this would be sort of the movement of the Lion's Gate if you start to piece it together in sentences here, right? To focus on the opportunities. And so let's just say if a job opportunity comes up or an application you need to fill out, focus on that. And you might start to feel, the ego might start to make you feel unworthy of this, but don't listen to that voice. Transmute that. Reframe that into a context that where you can feel, where you can swallow it, right? You know, because we're not telling you to lie to yourself. This is not about being positive and tell yourself lies. You have to work up to believing something. So, like one of the little hacks that I have, if I can't say, I believe this, I can say, I think I believe that. Or I think I can see myself doing that. That's what I mean. I'm not talking about as an argument with somebody else, like they're telling you this and you go, I don't believe that. And I think I can, now I say, yeah, I believe it now. No, I'm not talking about that kind of conversation, but for yourself, when you feel intimidated, you know, I want to do my best. I think I can do my best. I believe I can do my best. I'm hopeful that I can do my best. And if you use little hacks like that, it'll get you moving. Another thing is perception. So usually overwhelm, you start thinking the worst. You pull in all, I mean, it's like you go in the closet and pull out all of this litany of all the reasons why you can't. And one of the things is like time. Like, oh my God, this is gonna take so much time. Oh my God, that's like one of the big things of overwhelm. Oh my God, it's gonna take so much time. And when that perception makes it like feel, then you start to, because you got to slow time down because time is all in your perspective. So now time feels sluggish and it feels like you're, you know, trying moving through the mud. It's just laborious uh and so sometimes I have to tell myself, okay, this is going to take me about, it's not going to take long. I can do this within an hour. Or you focus on something that a part of and say, okay, I'll be able to do this. And that way it gets rid of that. So it's like you hack this negativity about the time frame. But it's important that you focus. And all of this is to help you to to activate your divine will so that you are determined. You feel a determination. You feel like you can champion something that's challenging to you. Um, and so that you can really be in alignment with that higher mind and its goals. So when you see the chariot, you're being you're seeing a picture of a representation symbolically of the divine mind, the higher mind and divine will. And it's not, it's about shining, it's about glory in a way, it's about victory. And it's not a superficial, but it's just uh, an essence of the divine, which is part of the reason why it doesn't experience doubts in the way that our human mind often will. Okay, so this is appropriate. I don't know why, but it just feels that way. Because this is the part of ourselves, the seven of air, the ego. I mean, it's going to be involved in this week. It's going to, and we've been talking about this whole, it's going to you know, try to sabotage it. But it's stuff that you've entertained. You've allowed the ego to build this library of subterfuge, you know? And so you just have to be aware. That's what I was talking about earlier, if I can remember what I said, because I've never thought of that before, um, about the ego. Um, Gosh, what did I say before? It's not coming back to me. But the difference of, knowing the difference between a challenge and um, being, unworthy. The ego makes you feel unworthy of your dreams versus you might feel challenged. Your higher self, when it calls you to do something, calls you to a purpose, you will often feel challenged, but it's not that you feel unworthy. It never is that. Okay, and so you have to pay attention to this kind of subterfuge, that you don't give in to this. All right. So the card says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. But I just want to point you in the direction of, you know, looking at the unicorn sort of on this fake um, carousel, so to speak, and you just keep going around and around and around. So this is a literal subterfuge tactic that we often do. You just see yourself spinning around like you're not doing anything. You're spinning around in your head, replaying the same thing, and you can't find a door. So stop that. Get off of that carousel altogether. Do not do that. Take some action. Pick a component, something small, when you're feeling like that. Because what you want to do is make yourself feel good. Once you start doing something on whatever that is that you have to focus on, once you take action on it, make it manageable, you'll be able to feel successful. And that will start the encouragement. That will boost your confidence and and align you with the divine mind and that higher will. The sun is always shining on you, but you've got to keep your eyes on the sun. All right. So the card I've already pulled from the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Fire. And so this is about, one, pursuing the things that you're passionate about. Okay? And there are things you need to pay attention to, the things that you can't stop going on and on about, the things that you have ideas and solutions for. This is kinds of conversations that are not happening by accident. This is your true self coming through. And therefore, it's part of your life purpose. And the Knight of Fire knows his purpose at all times. So this is a week where I feel you're going to really be clear about what your purpose is. It's something that you already know. It's not something that you have to figure out. You have these wonderful conversations wherever you go about this topic. And it is a passion and more than likely your purpose. If not long term, but for right now, it's where you need to be, it's what you need to be involved in. Stop letting this doubt and this sort of going back and forth kind of conversation interrupt you from taking action, getting involved. That's where when you get involved, you feel successful, you feel prosperous because you feel your strength. You feel empowered by who you truly are. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful week, and enjoy these amazing frequencies from the portal of the Loin'sGate. God bless you.